Do you also see the black mist above the water?
No.
That's fine then. Sadek just sees an illusion.
That's probably the rum.
No. No wrong images, Gucho. Sadek can see. Sadek sees the other side. Rum is only for the mind.
You can really put it away, my friend.
Rum is healthy and dispels evil spirits.
Well, when you put it that way. What do you mean by other side?
Here, drink this, and you will understand. With this, you'll see the world through the eyes of a true warrior. All you need for defeating your opponent is right before your eyes.
Oh, really?
Only the right stuff will stir up your senses, Gucho.
I could use someone like you on my crew. You seem to know a lot about potions.
Sadek would like nothing more than to sail to sea again. But Sadek must stay. Booze needs Sadek here. Sadek has much to thank Booze for. Booze saved Sadek's life. Now Booze is having a hard time. His spirit is in a fog. Sadek cannot leave Booze until Booze sees clearly again.
Booze isn't quite with it.
Gee, that's why Sadek stays until Booze can see clearly again.
What? No, I'll never advance deeper into the jungle again. No gold in the world can save me from perdition. And who will look after you then? Let's get off this island quickly, Hank.
I better not let you out of my sight. Please excuse my curiosity, but are you new here?
I landed recently.
Ruinus eminentibus musculi emigrant.
What?
Just a little exercise in the language of scholars.
Do you suffer from a speech impediment?
Well, I could ask the same of you, but I will explain. I once served on a galley of the Inquisition. A slight mishap aggrieved my captain, however, and now here I am, always ready to lend a helping hand to those in need.
What are you working on?
Well, I think my expertise in local fauna would bore somebody of your type. At present, I'm working on a manuscript about Camellia sinensis, which grows in this area. Sadly, my last specimen of the plant died due to somewhat adverse conditions.
I still have a few questions.
Ask away.
Any idea what's wrong with Hawkins?
Well, as the ship's doctor, I am always concerned with the health of the crew. The symptoms Hawkins is displaying are not those of a typical tropical disease. My preliminary diagnosis is leaning more toward a personality disorder.
What does that mean?
To put it simply, he's not himself.
All right, that I understood. How do you get on with the pirates?
Well, it certainly couldn't be called a peaceful coexistence. But as long as someone helps those louts fight off scurvy, they'll leave me alone. Also, Booze is keeping an eye on me. It's a thoroughly satisfactory arrangement.
What do you know about Kila?
Well, Both the island and the people of its native tribe are known as Kila. You'd think that would get confusing. Its climate can only be described as tropical. This is also reflected in the diversity of its fauna. Nature is on display in its most beautiful form here, as you can see from my friends, the parrots.
I want to know more about the natives.
I believe that they are second to none of the other native tribes. Like the other tribes, they practice all kinds of voodoo, and their social structures are quite similar. The fundamental difference is that they worship some sort of primitive god. I hear they call it the Oracle. Unfortunately, I can't provide you with any substantiated information on that subject.
Do you need help getting the plant?
Yes, I do. And with your perspicacity, you're practically predestined to take the job. It grows in high elevations, and it is impossible for humans to obtain. But I have a solution up my sleeve.
So do I. Find another plant.
You do seem to enjoy a good joke. If it were that easy, science would be a damn sight easier.
No more lectures.
All right, here's the short version. I have a doll from the natives here. With it, the user can turn himself into a parrot. That creature's ability to fly means that high elevations no longer pose a problem. Would you be willing to be my guinea pig and use the doll to acquire the plant?
How did you get the voodoo doll?
Well, a native spotted me during one of my expeditions. In order to demonstrate my good intentions, I shared my food with him. He gave me the doll in exchange.
Right.
Regrettably, a polite demeanor is not prevalent among the local pirates, so it's not surprising that the newly established trust was soon lost.
Give me the doll. I'll get you the plant.
Superb. Here, take it. I recommend you search the rock plateau south of here for the plant.
All right. Is there a more exact description of where I can find the plant?
Well, to put it simply, do the following. Follow the path that leads into the jungle here, and then keep going in a south-southwesterly direction as much as the terrain permits. Once you reach the hollow of the natives, you'll see several rock plateaus. Look carefully at the cliff face on the left. There should be a structure built by the natives there. In order to get to the structure, you'll need the doll. But be careful, I don't have another doll.
Ah, look at what the floodwaters brought in.
Another fucking weirdo.
I hope you have gold in your pockets. Interested in doing some business?
What kind of business are we talking about?
Ah, I see you know how to grab an opportunity when you see one. Listen, I'm looking for someone who can get me something.
Let me guess. That someone is me.
Well, you seem well-travelled, and the task is a no-brainer for someone like you. All you have to do is go to Antigua, find my brother Flynn, and remind him of my inheritance.
Why didn't you remind your brother of the inheritance?
Never got round to it. It's a long trip after all.
Are you scared of long journeys?
Shut up, I'm not afraid. I don't need to be afraid. I bet I can teach you a few things.
About the inheritance. I ran into your brother Flynn on Antigua. Your inheritance wouldn't happen to be a sword fragment, would it?
Damn, so you know about that. I'll make you a deal. You get me his sword fragment and I'll reward you appropriately.
All right. But I warn you, don't try to fuck me over.
What do you think I am? I'm an honest pirate.
I hope so, for your sake. Do you do anything else besides shady dealings?
I pass the time throwing knives. It frightens the rats away.
Right.
I always train late at night, until after midnight. If ever you fancy a game, let me know. I always like throwing for a few coins.
What? Yes, I've seen them. The spirits on this island. Their peace has been disturbed. They're creeping into our dreams. I advise you not to attract their attention.
I need a lockpick. Let's trade.
All right.
Let's trade.
All right.
What? Oh yes. The
Intricate
natives
rock.
will overwhelm us and slaughter us like what? Their warriors are dark.
What is that? Guess it was nothing after all.
What? Yes, I've seen them. The spirits on this island. Their peace has been disturbed. They're creeping into our dreams. I advise you not to attract their attention.
What do you think of this part of the world?
Nature itself rules this place. We must be careful not to die in her clutches.
That's the jungle.
Here, not all that glitters is gold, so don't always trust your eyes.
Keep your fingers to yourself, understand?
Can you teach me something?
Can I teach you something? Yes, I'm fairly sure I can.
Let's trade.
All right.
What do you know about Douglas?
One of the few people who was still on my side. I'm sure Harry has got him on his conscience.
Any leads?
That disloyal bastard is crazy enough to kill all of us. I'm sure he lured Douglas into one of those caves and slit his throat.
What do you sell?
What's a guy like you doing on an island like Kila? Don't tell me. Your little boat's sprung a leak, and now you're in a bit of a pickle.
Close, but not quite.
Oh, really? So what kind of business have you got here?
I'm really not that good. I don't like your tone.
You are aware that you're among pirates here, right? You won't get special treatment just because you're new.
I didn't expect to.
Then I'll get out of your hair. I'm sure you've got big plans. Collecting shells or something.
So, you're a pirate.
What kind of stupid question is that? Of course I'm a pirate. Arr!
Very convincing.
And what does that mean? So you're saying you don't believe me? You better get the fuck out of my sight or I'll keel haul ya. Arr! What's the matter? Your feet nailed to the floor? Fuck off!
Have you looked in Cunningham's books?
No, I can't read.
Really? Man, even I can bloody well read.
Of course I can read, idiot. But all this codswallop is good for is wiping your arse.
All right, I got the picture.
Oh, wonderful. Yet another big gob on the island that needs a sock on it.
Yeah, fuck you too.
Oh, come on, that wasn't what I meant. I've been a bit grouchy of late. Everyone seems to be losing their mind bit by bit around here. The rum rations used to be bigger, and there's no women either. Apart from that, the whole mutiny thing still weighs heavily on my heart.
I have a letter for you from Killian.
Oh, show me the rag. Doesn't contain much of interest, but if we run out of paper...
Alright, I really don't want to hear that.
You'll have to get used to the rough tone around here. Here, take the gold as a reward. Thanks again.
What's the mood here in the camp?
Shit, Douglas is gone, and I bet booze had something to do with it. You don't dare fall asleep for fear of getting a knife in your back. And escaping into the jungle's a bad idea. The native tribe doesn't like strangers. First off, it would make me feel a lot better if someone checked on Douglas.
Tell me about the pirates.
Aye?
Who's Douglas?
Ordinary seaman, smart guy, good at climbing and with a sword. We sent him out to scout the area.
What area?
Well, by going around the camp here, he set off in the direction of the small beach to the east. Maybe he went into one of the caves.
I'm looking for a pirate by the name of Parte.
Really? What do you want with that, cheeky slapper?
She's my sister.
I didn't mean any offense by that. She left us some time ago. There's an offshore island north of here, opposite the big bay. Patty set up camp there. She might still be there if you're lucky.
Right. Good. Thank you. What can you tell me about Hawkins?
Keeps talking to himself. The lights are on, but no one's home, if you catch my drift. Other than that, he's a reliable guy. Unfortunately, he's scaring the lads witless with his tales. Sissies.
So what do you think of Booze?
Hey, I was always loyal. I obeyed him even when he mutinied against Paddy. But now, I think he's lost his mind. Beware of him. That's all I'm saying.
What do you know about Red?
Him? Nothing really. Except that he's a piss-poor pirate. You also can't wangle anything out of his pocket either. He set sail with us from Tacarigua. I wouldn't pay him any notice. He's one rat among many.
I'd like to hear about the mutiny.
Well, that was a real mess. Booze reckons Paddy set fire to the pirates' den on Tacarigua. I trusted her. We all did. Who knows what goes on inside a woman's head? Anyway, shortly after we went ashore, she flew the coop and dived into the water. Tough minx, I'm telling you.
What do you sell? Booze said you still owed him a delivery.
Good grief, don't give me that sob story. Do you have any idea what Booze just demanded of me?
Freshly harvested sugarcane.
Nonsense. He wanted spider eggs. 3 of them.
And?
And you haven't got a clue, have you? Those things are bloody poisonous. He could kill the entire camp with 3 eggs. Actually, I thought you were joking, and now you show up.
Do you think he's capable of it?
You'll only find that out if he gets his eggs, and I can do without that. But you give me an idea. Firebird eggs look exactly the same and are absolutely harmless. If you want to get to the bottom of this, you could perhaps plant them on him.
I'll get the 3 Firebird eggs for Booze.
Good, you do that. I can't wait to see the result.
You look like you're a good fighter.
Well, I don't want to brag, but I do know the odd trick. Sea battles and mutinies make you tough, you know. Why'd you ask? Do you want me to teach you how to fight?
Well, yeah.
Considering the spider infestation on this island, it's probably good being able to defend yourself. Why are you still on Booze's side?
He doesn't preach morals and all that crap.
You'll see what comes of it.
Yeah, you lot ain't got no balls. Do you know who Hawkins keeps talking to all the time?
Hank.
Hey, I hope you're not one of Booze's idiots.
What did you say?
No offence, mate. I just can't stand that bastard. He's a twat. Everyone around here lives to do his bidding, but not me. No one tells me what to do.
What's put you in such a bad mood?
Well, you bet there's a reason. When we were back on Tacarigua, I guarded the pirate camp. And what have I got to guard here? A pile of sand.
So what?
Everyone thinks the long sea voyage made me go soft. I've got to start earning some respect again.
Is there a princess here that needs saving or something? How exactly did you think this was going to go?
Watch your gob, you gobby twat, or my fist might just slip.
Why care what other people think of you?
I have to. I worked really hard to get where I am. Most people who start off as water carriers end up dying as water carriers. But I've been done being a water carrier for a while now.
If you want more respect, I have a solution. We'll have a fight. If you win, the lads will know you still got it in you. And if you lose...
Which isn't going to happen.
I only said, if you lose.
Yeah, just shut your gob for a moment. Hang on. I've just had an idea.
Let's hear it then.
Ah, I have your attention. You're gonna love this idea. You let me beat the living daylights out of you, and as compensation, I'll buy silverware off you at a premium price. I'll gain the lad's respect, and you can make lots of gold.
I'll think about it. What do you want with silverware? Gold is much more valuable and practical.
Well, what do you think would happen if word got out that I had gold? Right, I'd never get another wink of sleep, and I'd have the natives breathing down my neck too. But silverware is much less obvious, and it reaps in almost as much profit.
I see. Are you a good fighter?
At least I know how to defend myself. Just ask me if there's anything you want to know. Maybe there's something else I can teach you.
Tell me about your journey here.
Bah. What's to tell? The pirate lair on Takarigua was burnt to the ground. I'm not sure who set the fire, but nothing was untouched. All the rum probably didn't help.
And then what happened?
Well, we grabbed what we could and legged him. We can thank our lucky stars that Steelbeard's daughter's ship was in port. So, we put distance between us and the island. After all, we didn't want to end up as charcoal.
So what happened?
Well, he got crazy on the voyage. Booze started a mutiny and we followed him like dumb fucking sheep. We thought he knew what he was doing. When we weighed anchor on Kila, we split up into 2 groups. And that's the gist of it.
Enough, stop, I don't want to know anymore.
Good.
Let's fight it out.
All right. Remember, if you go down, I'll be buying your silverware at a bargain price. Silver plates, silver goblets. I love that stuff.
Right. Draw your weapon.
That's it! Poke him in the eye! Punch him in the nose! Rip his head off! That's it! Oh, what was that?
Now everyone will show me the respect I deserve. Here, have some rum and you'll feel fit as a fiddle. And if you want to get rid of silver goblets and silver plates, come and see me.
That should answer your question.
You mean...
The sea is humanity's natural enemy. Every floater knows that.
Patty,
You? But you're alive! You bastard! I thought you were dead!
what the...
Damn! How can that be? You were dead.
Yeah, I know. Yet here I am.
But I buried you.
It's complicated.
Yeah, I'd like to hear how you're going to explain that.
I've lost my spirit.
Yeah, sure. I've known that for ages.
No, listen. This is serious. The underworld is reaching out to me. I only have a short time, who knows how long. I'm nothing more than a walking corpse.
Don't talk bollocks, little brother. You're standing here before me large as life.
I know this isn't easy to understand. I'm struggling to grasp the concept too. I must find my spirit again, or I'll suffer a fate worse than death.
All right, but how?
I don't quite know yet. I'm working on it. I may need your help.
Yeah, of course you do. And from now on, wherever you go, I'll be right beside you. Where's your ship?
I have a sloop.
A fucking sloop. You need a fucking ship.
I know, but it's all I've got.
Then I'll wait here on Kila until you have a decent ship. I'd only be excess ballast with this little thing.
How did you land on Kila?
Well, after I buried you on the Crab Coast, I went to Tacarigua. But the bloody shadows were everywhere. They almost caught us, but we got away. I've never seen Booze and his men set sail so quick.
Why didn't you stay with Booze and his men?
Booze? Forget it. During the passage, he seized command. But as we went ashore, it got even worse. One went into a dark cave at night and never came out. Another one just gawped at me and followed me everywhere. And yet another idiot just stood by the campfire ranting about the end of the world. I was safer on the small island at the far end of the bay.
You gave our old ship to Booze's men.
Like I said, I had to escape. I really didn't care about the bloody ship.
Booze has caused you real problems, right?
Well, if the bastard had been alone, things would be very different today. But that's no longer important. Something else is driving me even more crazy.
Tell me.
Guess who's arrived on Kila?
The suspense is killing me.
You remember that greasy sleazebag who sold us the treasure map? That map was the reason we went to Crab Coast. The fucker's on Kila. He's called Slim. Let's find him and make short work of him.
Where's Slim hiding?
That's the problem. I heard he was captured by the natives. So hurry if you want to deal with him yourself. The Kila are hardly renowned for their hospitality.